Whatever happened to the men courting and pursuing the women, you know?
Men want to be princess so badly, but then they also want to be the alpha leader. Like, which one is it?
I need to know, is there, like, any guys left that, like, believe in, like, opening the car door for a girl, you know, being...
Men weren't the ones who killed chivalry. It was a card that was forced out their hands.
Dating is absolutely terrible these days. I don't know what it is, but the courting phase has just ended.
I'm still expecting somebody to hold the door open for me, order my drink.
Men don't care about your personality.
Whatever happened to human courtesy, modern women just want to be treated like royalty. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
A lot of women are emotionally unavailable and they will not admit it. And that is why relationships are so complex these days, because women will find one thing you do wrong and they'll be like, oh, he, you know, did this, or he didn't open the door, he didn't, you know, chivalry is dead and all men suck. And it's like, you're actually emotionally unavailable.
Ooh.
Interesting.
So I'm carrying a whole order of catering, and obviously my hands are full. And instead of like a guy like helping me, one of this man just goes, "How heavy is that?" "It's pretty damn heavy, sir."
Listen, if you're a guy and you want a girl to take you out on a first date, plan it, pay for it, everything, you're a goofy goober. You're a freaking goofy goober. I'm sorry. You're a goober.
What about equality? I thought we were getting rid of gender roles. You can't abandon feminine expectations, but still expect men to be chivalrous. Nah, fellas, if your girl won't take you out, there's another one who will. All these women want to be treated special, but won't treat their guy special. F that. I'm cool with being a goofy goober. If you don't put in the same effort as your partner, you don't deserve a relationship. Well, that wouldn't be equality now, would it? But let's be honest, no man ever expects a woman to plan a date to take him out. It would be nice, but no man expects it. When a woman feels entitled to a date, like a man is supposed to take her out, that's when the issue begins. Because no one owes anyone a date simply because of their gender or societal norms. A date should be about two people spending time together and seeing if they connect, not about meeting someone's expectations or following old traditions. It's crazy when women ask for equality but still hold on to traditional benefits at the same time. That's not how it works.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever happened to hello? Listen, let me take you to dinner. Can I take you out for a date? Now it's like, come chill. Like, who raised these boys?
I know, right?
Ladies, have you ever said to a man, hey, I want to go out to eat, and then you guys go out to eat and the man ends up thinking that you invited him out? This happened to me. I paid for it, but we never spoke again. I took my L. I don't know what you would have done, but I was like, I'm paying, but fuck you.
So, if I'm understanding this correctly, this woman suggested going out to eat with that man, and he agreed. But just because she had to pay for the date, she decided to ghost him. I guess the saying is true. Every woman is independent until the bill comes.
Women.
Whatever happened to the men courting and pursuing the women? You know how back then they used to go to those little balls and the women would be sitting in the sidelines and the men would go up to them and be like, hello, darling, I've been watching you across the hall. Would you like to dance? And both of them, you know, start dating each other and being consistent because both parties like each other and it was probably healthy. Nowadays you have, you know, women crying in a corner because she's trying to pursue and court the man and making him try to see her worth. And I just feel like it would be so much more healthier if we went back to that, because we wouldn't have all this back and forth, one discording the other one and the other one chasing and courting. It would just be so much more healthy because both parties would actually like each other. You know, they would just be like, hello, darling, I've been fancying you for a long time. Let's just go have iced coffee at Starbucks. And the girl would just be like, yeah, because both parties like each other. We just need to bring that shit back.
Yes, back then, both parties genuinely liked each other and put effort into building a connection. But today, men are being told by women that they need to pay just to get to know them. So how can these women really complain about men not being chivalrous when dating today has become so transactional? If women truly want to be pursued by men and want men to court them, they need to earn it by showing they're worth the effort. Men aren't inspired to court someone who treats dating like a business deal. If women want to experience traditional courtship, they need to bring more to the table than expectations. Effort has to go both ways. Show appreciation, reciprocate kindness, and demonstrate that you're just as invested in the connection as he is. Courtship is a two-way street, and entitlement has no place in it.
I need to know, is there like any guys left that like believe in like opening the car door for a girl, you know, being there for her, supporting her, being loyal? Is there any guys that can be loyal anymore? Or any guys that just want the girl they are with and not multiple other girls? I need to know, is there any of y'all left? Because I cannot find them anywhere.
Short answer is yes, these good men do exist. It's just that most of them are either married or in long-term relationships that they are loyal to, or they're just single. They're either working or they're hanging out at home because they haven't been able to find a woman that appreciates a good man, a woman that wants a partner rather than just another guy to financially support her. And yeah, these are the men that if they were in relationships, they would absolutely be chivalrous. They would open the door for you. They would absolutely be loyal because honestly, you're going to have a hard time convincing them to not be single. They're definitely not going to want to be double not single by having like more than one woman in his life.
Yeah, just terrified to talk to women these days. Don't want to end up in the creep category, so it's just work, work, work. I have found that even if I give the best of who I am, no one appreciates that side of me, and it makes me want to hide. Yeah, we're out here. We got sick of you friends zoning us because we didn't measure up, and now we focus on ourselves. Facts. I am hiding away because I am done being lied to and betrayed when I do everything possible for them. There are plenty of men out here who still hold those traditional values that women say they're looking for, but the truth is, these men aren't interested in being taken advantage of anymore. These are the good men who give 110%, who go above and beyond to make a woman feel loved, supported, and cherished, and yet they're constantly told it's not enough. These are the guys who sacrifice their time, energy, and resources, only to be left for the players who barely put in any effort. What women need to understand is that these men also have feelings, and they also have limits. And for many of them, that limit has been reached. They're tired of being undervalued, overlooked, and used as stepping stones while women chase after the next thrill. It's not that these men stopped being good men, it's that they've learned to protect themselves from the heartache of giving everything and getting nothing in return. That's just the reality today.
I don't cook no meal from scratch for no man until I'm a wife. If you hungry, I got some cat, and if you starving, I got some butt.
Dating in Dallas is honestly trash, but there's one thing that I've noticed about boys from Dallas, Texas in general, could be from anywhere in Texas, in my opinion. They will never let you open a car door. They think it's illegal, I think. And I'm just gonna say, that's never happened to me with a Midwest boy. So, there's one pro. The bar's low.
Hear me out. Is chivalry dead amongst you guys? Because I'm pretty sure I've met a handful of men that have proven to me that chivalry isn't dead. But no one really knows what it is anymore. No one knows the walking down the street rule, that you should walk on the roadside. No one knows that you should be opening doors. No one knows that you should be pulling the chair out for the woman. It's the most simplest of things, opening the car door. It's got to be so simple, yet it's not done. And I just think, if you want me to be this feminine, submissive woman, make me feel like I can be one, rather than one that I have to take control, I have to take charge, I have to be in my masculine energy just so that you can be in your feminine, basically. Like, I can't be the only one that thinks myself. Chivalry is dead. Hardly any guy seems to think that any of those things are needed anymore. And this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like the really extreme feminists sort of ruined that. I'm just like, go away. I want equality, but I also agree that to a certain extent, men have their role and women have their role. I agree with equal pay and all the rest of it, but you just think, oh.
The idea that a man has to get a woman out of her masculine is a fallacy. It's either your femininity is embedded in you or it's not. But I believe that chivalry today has been reserved for the women these men deem worthy of receiving it. So no, chivalry is not dead. It's just more selective. Men are still willing to open doors, pay for meals, and go the extra mile, but they're no longer doing it for everyone indiscriminately. Instead, they're reserving that effort for women who genuinely appreciate it and reciprocate with respect, kindness, and effort of their own. Chivalry hasn't disappeared, it's evolved. In a world where some women take advantage of some men's generosity, men have learned to be cautious about who they extend their chivalrous actions toward. This isn't a sign of bitterness. It's a sign of self-respect. Men are simply prioritizing their time and energy for those who value them as much as they value others.
Y'all, dating is absolutely terrible these days, okay? I don't know what it is, but like the courting phase has just ended. I don't know, but like if you expect a woman to take you seriously, you heart-eyeing her stories is not enough, okay? Like you sending her a text every now and again is not enough, all right? I'm never going to take you serious. If you compliment me, I'll say thank you. And so please don't think that your thank you is any different than anybody else's if you're not out here actively trying to talk to me. I don't know what's going on, but like you cannot put in zero effort.
You act like I don't even exist. Like, why do I have to always text you first and call you first? Like, why can't you start?
Okay, super unpopular opinion, but I understand the idea that, you know, as a woman, you don't want to feel like you're chasing a man. I totally get it. I don't want to feel that either. But if you hear at the audio, solely the audio, I feel like sometimes we can forget that men want to be validated just as much as women want to be validated. Men want to be reassured as much as women want to be reassured. And I feel like a lot of the times when it comes to conversations about dating, we can end up stripping men from like their humanity because we are expecting them to like give, yet we don't want to reciprocate. And that's the key word, reciprocate, not just pour out and, you know, whatever, but that's the word, reciprocate.
Men want to know they are on the right track, either through reciprocation or appreciation. Why do people think guys want to chase? Chasing someone isn't enjoyable. Women know this. They do it for guys they're interested in or attracted to. If she's not reciprocating, she's not interested. Move on. If someone doesn't match my energy, I'm going to assume they're not into me, not playing games or chasing. It's kind of funny, right? It's almost like men are human beings with feelings too. For a man, even the smallest act of reciprocation can go a long way in a relationship. Men aren't just providers or protectors. They have emotions, desires, and a need to feel valued, just like women do. A simple thank you, a smile, or showing genuine interest can make all the difference for a man who's putting effort into a relationship. A man should never chase, nor try to catch something that doesn't want to be caught. If a woman truly wants him, she will be clear about it. The signs will be there. She'll make an effort, initiate communication, and show interest. If a man is left constantly guessing or jumping through hoops just to get a little attention, it's a clear sign she's not really that into him. Pursuing is both parties putting in effort, and men deserve that as well.
Well, it's truth time, and let me go on and say something here. Somebody gonna get some ruffled feathers, but that's every day. Chivalry, my friends, is dead. Deep six, turning up daisies, the groundhogs are bringing the mail. No pulling out chairs, no opening up doors, no paying for meals, no actually going on a real date. And everybody said, well, where's all the good women? I'm going to tell you, sitting at home, eating popcorn, watching Netflix, or standing outside the car for 15 minutes in the rain because she refuses to get in the car till somebody opens the dang door.
Men want to be princess so badly, but then they also want to be the alpha leader. Like, which one is it? Do you want to be somebody who's this provider and protector and leader and alpha, or do you want to be a baby? Like, do you want to be babied? Go find your boyfriend. Like, I'm sure your alpha is out there if you don't want to be it. Funny how the effect of courting only gets put in when it's dating another woman, though. Like, I don't understand. There are plenty of men who are attracted to men who will court you. I don't know why you want this expectation on women to treat you like a pretty little princess, but then behind closed doors, you want to try to tell her what to do. Take your pick. You can't have both. So many of these men want a traditional woman, or they want these traditional values, but then they don't want to be a traditional man. They don't want to have to be the one that opens the doors. They don't want to have to be the one that has to approach women and ask them out on a date. You literally want your cake and eat it too. And these women are waking up to that. I think that a lot of the time it's just this fantasy that's projected on, like, thinking that you can have these traditional values. You can have a woman that does all of these things for you, that improves your life, makes it better, but then she's also going to contribute financially. Like, we both go to work. Why is someone going to come home and do all of the domestic labor? Why is someone going to come home and do all of the courting? Like, if it's a 50-50 relationship, then make it 50-50. But men don't actually want a 50-50 relationship. They want an 80-20 where the woman does most of the work.
This is insane. I guess now, if a masculine provider wants to be shown appreciation, he's considered feminine. Being traditional doesn't mean that a woman can't make her man feel wanted and loved in the relationship. But this dynamic has evolved largely because of women wanting equality, but still expecting men to foot the bill. They want their money to be theirs while spending the guy's money. It's a double standard, and it's not just confusing, it's unfair. What many women don't realize is that feminism, which was meant to empower women, is what actually created the expectation of going 50-50. It was supposed to promote equality, but instead, it's led to a situation where women want the benefits of equality without giving up certain traditional privileges. The idea of sharing responsibilities and costs is supposed to be equal, but too often it's one-sided when it comes to finances. Equality doesn't mean you do your part, but I get to keep everything. It means both partners contribute emotionally and financially to make the relationship work. This is what you signed for.
Men don't care about your personality.
I would go so far as to say there are actually probably quite a few men out there that genuinely do care about a woman's personality, but I understand making all-encompassing statements like this does get attention.
They don't care about your dreams, your goals, what you want to achieve in life, your likes, your dislikes.
There is something to be said about the phrase, a person is who they attract.
Men do not care about you as a person.
Like I said earlier, exactly what type of men is one normally hanging around?
They care about what you can offer them.
Well, conversely, the same thing could be said about a lot of women in regards to their feelings towards men in general, but I think we've already covered that subject several times.
They care about if there's something in it for them. That's why men usually don't do things unless they're going to get something out of it.
Let's make this statement more correct then, shall we? Selfish individuals, no matter what the gender happens to be, don't do things for other people unless they can get something out of it. There. Fixed it.
Men absolutely care about a woman's personality. After all, it's how they choose a wife if they're going to get married. A woman could be beautiful, but if that beauty isn't backed up by a good personality, it will be a complete turn-off to him. Physical attraction may initially catch a man's eye, but it's the personality that keeps his attention. A man wants someone he can connect with, laugh with, and have meaningful conversations with. Beauty fades over time, but a good, kind, and supportive personality is something that lasts and strengthens a relationship. If a woman is rude, arrogant, or manipulative, no amount of physical beauty will make up for it in the long run. Men are looking for a partner they can build a life with, not just someone who looks good on their arm.